Today I want to talk about love and hate. They are, of course, opposites in a way, but they're definitely not equal and opposite because love is perfect order, perfect harmony, and hatred is a chaotic cacophony of anger and fury. And once it starts exploding at one person, it starts to spread all over the place. The interesting thing about the latest research into this stuff is that the centers in the brain, which are aroused when you either love very intensely or hate, are the same ones. In other words, that means you cannot love and hate with full intensity at the same time. You can move from one to the other, but you can't love and hate simultaneously. So that's interesting because people who hate tend to go on hating more and more people for more things. People who love tend to develop more and more love till you get this wonderful person who just loves the whole world. But there are lots of ways in which love can turn to hate. A familiar example is someone falls madly in love with someone and then that person lets them down. They dump them or they two-time them or worse, they steal from them or whatever they do. And that can really turn to a very nasty kind of hatred. And it's very hard to get someone out of that hatred once they're in it. You have to try and gently encourage them to move forward and find someone new, but they often want to stay in the hatred and just keep on hating. It's almost like they get some perverse pleasure from the hating and don't want to leave it. But we really need to help people to come out of that if they're in it, because otherwise their life is just ruined, really. Another way that you can move from love to hate is, you might love certain people, certain groups of people. You might love animals, you might love certain racial groups or certain nationalities. And then if those people or things are oppressed in some way, what can happen is you can start to hate the oppressors, which is natural, but the problem then is you stop loving and you start hating more and more. And this can become a real problem because in the end, you're just ranting and raving and hatred takes over your whole being and then it ruins your life. So there are all sorts of people on the internet like that. It's full of them and it's getting worse because social media sort of encourages you to go in one or other direction. So I would say that if you love some people, try and help them, but try not to fall into the trap of hating the people that don't like them, because then you get more and more hatred and that goes the wrong way. It's the wrong way for you and your soul. We're designed to be loving, not hating. And if you love, your life gets better. If you hate, it goes down. Mother Teresa realized this. She said, I would never join an anti-war group, but I would join a peace group. Think about that. Makes sense to me. Anyway, try not to hate, try and love, and I wish you well in your quest to love and be loved.